What's going on, everybody? James here, ReToptionAgency.com, 23 years, selling full-time on eBay. And I'm just coming down to do some shipping. Cha-ching. Right quick, so I thought I would just turn on the video. Turn on the camera as I go. So I am not set up. So I'll probably have to walk off to get some boxes and what have you, but hey. Just going to ship out some of my clothing store here. Just to help Adrian out. Ooh, we got South Korea. Haven't shipped there in a while. We got an Australia. All right. First up, we got the St. Louis Rams long sleeve shirt. The type of items, I like it because people pass this stuff up constantly. And I'm like, I'll take that. The St. Louis Rams ain't a thing no more. So I ain't buying that. Well, that's why I'm buying it. Because it's not a thing no more. When something's not a thing no more, there's always going to be somebody wishing it was a thing. And as you know, it ain't nothing but a cheap thing, baby. That sold for $9. That's headed to Freehold, New Jersey. Freehold. See some new addition to the shelving if you didn't see my organizing video this weekend. And if you did, I did forget a puppy. And how could I forget when her picture is right here? No, that's not Courtney. That's Cinnamon. So I picked Cinnamon out from the Humane Society a long time ago when we, probably about 1996 or so. 7, somewhere in there. Looks just like Courtney. But, that being said, if you don't know, each box that I put here, the banker box, they're going to be named after every animal I've ever had. And that is 15 of them. So I've got 15 spots. So going to be a tribute to them all. So I thought that would be kind of cool. Baby girl's in the house. Speaking of. So she's number 13 then. Vern was 14, Pee-wee's 15. So number 13's in the house. Number 14's behind the phone, behind the wall, on the concrete, chilling. Okay. Don't really. Kind of sporadic mess, but that's all right. So let me just actually put this on the floor then. It'll be easier that way. Next up, we've got a hat. A hat? A hat. You like my new headband? It's actually a scarf, but I like the hangies on it. So I'm turning it into a headband. I might have to cut it down some, but I kind of like the fact that it hangs back there like that. So maybe not. Asphalt Products, Eagle Asphalt Products hat. Sold for $9.50, headed to Swansea, Illinois. So, I like my headband. And if I get cold, I can take it off and use it as a scarf. I like doing things differently, you know? I mean, why don't you just go get a headband, a normal headband? Well, if you haven't realized, I'm not really normal. Just a little secret there. It's not that I'm not normal. I just try to think outside society's normality. You know what I mean? Like, why can't a headband only be a headband? Why can't a scarf be a headband? Because society says it's a scarf. Well, James's world says it is now a headband. All right, we got a dented up card, Stormtrooper. This is part of that Star Wars collection I bought many years ago. Filled my car up 2 or 3 times. I don't even remember at this point. I think it was 3. So in storage, sold for $5. Headed to Norwalk, California. It won't fit in there. I need to go get some of my normal size boxes, average size boxes. I heard that. Was that another cha-ching? Ooh. Looks like a $28 puzzle. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I'll sign them. Where are you coming from? Oh, but I wanna know. Box is a little bit big, but that's all right. Let me get some air bubbles. Well, maybe I'll find a smaller box. Yes, I did. Will it fit in this box? Yes, it will. Boom. I can use that for one of the other toys. Seven, 10, 6, 4. Danielle. Put another piece on this. Danielson. Next up. Oh, I forgot to pull that, didn't I? S17. S17. We got the Rams Nike reversible. Cool thing about this Los Angeles Rams, like if you put it on the blue side, there's no sign of football at all. But when you do it the opposite side, you got the logo there. So usually you don't see them like this. Usually there's the logos on both sides, so it's kind of cool. I think I might get a box for this. Will it fit in here? Probably not. No. Let me go get a box for that. That'd be better. Let's see if it'll fit in this pre-made box already. All right. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Get in that box, boy. Thank you. Thank you very much. And that's a me. Pull that off. I gotta check the tracking on Jan's birthday gift. I haven't heard nothing on it. Covered up something I should have took off, so little shipping label thing. So we'll cover that up. $14 by $10 by $6. 3. That's headed to Stockton, California. 100. Next up, we've got the plastic caster wheels that come from my, you can't see them now because they're not here, my drawers. So 560 headed to Athens, Texas. Texas. Actually, they only bought one. Customer yesterday bought 3. Lori. Next up, Vera Bradley. Sold for $10.50, headed to Cincinnati, Ohio. Ooh, if I fit in one of these. I was wondering when I was going to be able to use these for. Perfect. Perfecto mundo, I say. Perfecto mundo. Boom. 2 ounces even. That's a 1. Shonda. Next up, we've got St. Louis Blues. Headed to Mount Vernon, Illinois. Sold for $6. $6. Whoops. Christie. Next up, we've got a Columbia like wallet bag thingy, bobber crossbody thingy. Sold for $12. Headed to Mars, Pennsylvania. Thomas. I'm enjoying being down here more and more now that I'm getting it straightened up and stuff. Like when my office was down here, I loved being down here because it looked like my office up there. You know, I had stuff hanging everywhere. So the fact that I'm getting back to that, I need to like decorate this area up better just to make it more eye appealing for me. Next up, we got Star Wars toy. This is another one from that huge lot I bought out and found it in that storage area back there. So it's box damage, micro machine thing. Sold for $8, headed to San Antonio, Texas. Perfect. I need an air bubble. I need an air bubble. you fall? Why'd you fall? I didn't tell you to fall. Did I say, hey, I give you permission to fall? No, no, no. Did you guys check out the Dolly video? What'd you think? Or are you just strongly against Dolly videos and you don't like Dolly videos? Let me know below. Yeah, and like this video. Let me know below if you like Dolly videos or not. Doesn't matter if you don't, because I'm still going to make them when I feel like it, because I enjoy them myself. It's a way I can laugh at my own jokes. My own stupidity. We've got the Rock Under Armour ball cap. So for 14 bucks, headed to Hanover, Pennsylvania. You know, because life's too short. What would be funny is, like, after I'm dead and my Dolly videos go viral, like in 2060 or something, that'd be kind of funny. I've come to the conclusion that I'll probably never have like a crazy viral video, but I'm never going to stop trying. Whether that's Dolly or puppies or just making a stupid short. Whatever the case may be. It's just about having fun. We got this Izod pullover. So for 11 bucks, headed to Cheshire, Connecticut. Because you know what? It only takes one video to change your life. Ain't that's a kind of a cool thing if you think about it. Like back before the internet, you would say something like, you know, one chance meeting could change your life type of thing. Nowadays, it's like one video could change your life. That's kind of a cool. And it's kind of cool seeing people who go viral and just how their life changes, right? And just seeing the success they have, especially if they grasp it and know what to do with it. Like if it happened to me, I don't know if I'd know how to grasp it and totally benefit from it. But then I guess that's when you would seek out some kind of a manager, if you will, who has experience in that kind of a world. In order to best milk the situation, if you will, for lack of a better term, milk the situation. Take full advantage of your 15 minutes. Because if you do it right, your 15 minutes could set you up for life. Next up, we got this vintage Knickerbocker Snoopy. So cute. Sold for $7. Headed to Miami, Florida. We're going to put him in a box since he's older. 1968. Less chance of falling apart at the seams, if you will. As Cinderella would say. The band, not the girl, the band. Falling Apart at the Seams. It's a song by Cinderella on their second album, Long Cold Winter. 9, 8, 6, 4. Valerie. For some reason, like when that album came out, I'm like, oh, this is a good album. And like a friend of mine, he's like, why do I remember this kind of stuff? I don't know. He's like, what's the worst song on the, or, you know, is there a bad song on the album? I just go, well, my least favorite is the Long Cold Winter. And he goes, oh, that's the title track. That's kind of weird. I go, well, it's not that it's bad. It's just my least favorite on the, oh. For some reason, that's always stuck in my head for some reason. I don't know why weird little things will stick into my head. Tired as a Mother hat. Sold for $6. Headed to Lexington, Kentucky. Kind of like, you know, going down to the corner store and buying Now and Laters and hot pickles. going to the other corner store and buying hot chips and Vest Cola. Or when I really had some money, walking up to 7-Eleven and getting a Slurpee. I took out the older lady's neighbor's trash and she gave me $2. Well, that was enough to go up to 7-Eleven and get me a Slurpee. If I only had $1, I'd go over to the store and get 2 Vest Colas and 2 bags of hot chips. They were $1.25 a piece. No, that was the $2. So maybe it was, what did I do to, I guess when I mowed some grass or something to go get a Slurpee. Because Slurpees were a little bit more than just a 25-cent Vest Cola. Patricia. Boink. Next up, Arizona Eastern Railway. Vintage jacket. Been in the store forever. So when I was going through stuff, I saw that. So I ended the listing and retook a new picture. Gave it a fresh take and boom. Sold for $20. Headed to Colorado Springs, Colorado. Do it right, James. Let's go with this one. Colorado Springs, Colorado. That's the one, like, I never got to, I've been to Colorado and then kind of in the Smoky Mountains like one time when I was doing dealer trades. But I'd like to find like a real quaint small town in Colorado somewhere that's really quaint with like mountains all around and like a cool lake or something. I don't know, something very visually stimulating. I found one once and I forget what the name of it was, but I would like to take that trip one day. It's not like it's that far away. Blew it out. Let's get you on there better. It just weird. Blew out so easily. 1-4. Paul. Next up, some Lee regular fit trousers. Sold for $13. Flex Motion. Make sure these, I think there's only pants in there. Yeah. Headed to Alamo, Texas. Texas. To get into my garage and see if I got any more of these metal shelves. I think I do. Elizabeth. So then I can do the rest of the shipping station. And then I still got a on the opposite side over there, build some more. Next up, we've got an Obey brand bucket hat. Sold for $8, headed to Atlanta, Georgia. 3. Beth. Let me do this, make sure. Beth. Next up, we've got Cabo. Cool camouflage Cabo bucket cap. Headed to Miami, Florida, sold for $9.50. Walter. Stay. Next up, Jeff City J Pride pullover. Stay there. I gotta find a good box for you because you're expensive. Alrighty. Jeff City, just something simple. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. So we're like 6 days away from Pee-wee going 2 months without a seizure. That is so awesome. Lindsay headed to Springfield, Missouri. Sold for $7, if I did not say. All right, so next up we've got this X-Men versus Street Fighter action figure set. And this sold for $65, headed up to Brooklyn, New York. Here's a bigger box. Let me see. You're not wide enough without causing. Could put it like that. And just put some padding around it. Let me just try it.
Let me just try it just in case, man.
I don't feel comfortable with that. Let me grab a bigger box. That's 1410-6. So I've got a 16 in there somewhere. But it might be 10 too. Yeah, 1511-7 here. Definitely better. Let me find enough bubbles to secure that puppy. Some paper. I'll get this puppy in here. good. That's good. I like it. Got a bubble there. That should be good. Good to go. Yo. Do not turn off. Oh, I'm on a tape. Oh my gosh. What are we gonna do? He shoots, he scores. Am I the only one that still does stuff like that? Like when you're a kid? Make it into the basket. He shoots, he scores. Oh, and he missed just outside. Off the rim. I'll never grow up. You want to know why? Because I'm a Toys R Us kid. Actually, I was a Toys R Us adult. I couldn't afford Toys R Us when I was a kid. I was a Toys R Us adult. Dagnabbit. Yeah, that's one thing that happened a lot in my life. How about you? Where you were always told to grow up just because you would act goofy or say goofy things or wouldn't cut your hair. Grow up, man. You need to grow up. Why? Grown-ups look miserable. Why would I want to do that? And that goes back to another, what I was saying earlier about fighting society's rules. Like, why do I got to grow up? All I need to do is find a way to earn a living without acting like I have to go get a suit and tie and cut my hair and be prim and proper. Or whatever your thought of growing up is at the time, it's like, don't put your misery on me. I have more self-worth and confidence in myself to not think like that, right? Just to try to be youthful as long as you can. And hope that it works out. Thankfully, it worked out for me. But even if I had one of those types of jobs, I'd still do something goofy. Whether it was, if I had to wear a suit and tie, my tie is going to be probably the brightest, boldest tie you've got, or you see that I can find, or, still would do my hair a certain way, right? I would still be that person, even if I was miserable at what I was doing. I would still try to find a way to make it fun and youthful. For my own mental well-being, of course. Like society, especially if you're my age growing up, there was just so many rules. Nowadays it's more lax because there's a lot more ways to earn a living, and a lot more people are open-minded to the fact that that can be. Whether it's playing video games for a profession or for a Twitch income or YouTube income, there's a lot more opportunities to stay youthful and earn a living. Like I say, just be yourself. Unless you're like a murderer or something, then don't be yourself. But if you're not hurting nobody, be yourself. Especially if you're making other people laugh or keeping them entertained somehow, even if that is making a joke out of yourself, whatever the case may be. Like, I have no problems making myself the butt end of a joke. I mean, can't you tell with a headband? Oh, sorry, scarf. Some people might think that that's goofy as hell, or whatever the case may be. And I'm not doing it because I think it's different. I'm doing it because I like it. I'm not doing it to stand out or to be different. I'm just doing it because I like it. I've been looking for something like this. And then you just you see, you can tell when people are forcing things, right? Just to rebel or be different. Whether that's people who used to, color their hair to make their parents mad, or whatever the case may be. But when you do things just because you like it, that's awesome. Not afraid just to express yourself. I take a lot of inspiration from, some of you might actually, a lot of you might remember, Punky Brewster. Like, Punky Brewster to me, in my era, was like a hero. Being she wore whatever the hell she wanted to wear. Didn't have to match colors, just totally colorful person when it come to the clothing and stuff. I looked up to Punky Brewster. Is that wrong? Is that wrong for a 54-year-old, I'll be 54 in a few days, 54-year-old man to sit here and say he looked up to Punky Brewster? Hell no. Maybe I should make that my thumbnail. Thought I heard some weird noise. I was like, it's not me in my tracks. In my video, I looked up to Punky Brewster. This 54-year-old dude looks up to Punky Brewster. What's up with that? It would get no views, so I don't know if I don't know if putting that as a title would be a smart, strategic move into getting as many views to this video as possible. But it would be funny and entertaining to me. So when I'm making the thumbnail of this video, I'll have to decide which is more important to me at the moment I'm making this thumbnail. To make myself laugh, or to drive as much traffic as I can to this video. Dun, 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 dun. Well, you already know by now, if you're watching this far in, what mood I was in. That's a whole weird kind of like time travel, time thing. Like, I'm talking to you like I don't know my decision, yet you already know my decision because you're seeing this video. Trippy, man. That's so trippy, dude. Like, oh my God, you're making me think too hard. Like, my head's gonna explode. Did I not write the name on the first one? I guess not. Boink. All right. I'll let Adrian pick up the rest. I think he has hockey till like 7 tonight anyway. So I gotta get back to work. I gotta get this stuff that was over on that far wall separated out, figure out where it's going, being relisted or rehoming it if it still is listed. So get back to work, but I have some stuff still up there I gotta make drafts for first. That's in my way. Then I can start on this. So, all right, I'm back to work. Not that this wasn't work. Not that any of it's really work. James, shut the hell up and just turn off the video. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you all in the next video. Later.